guys, so today's video is going to be a festive or festival hair, makeup, and outfit. This is a collab with Beth, and I met her recently, not too long ago, and she asked me if I could collab, and I totally said yes because she is just the sweetest person ever. You guys should definitely go and check out her channel. I will put an annotation right here and definitely link her down below. And tell her that I sent you because she deserves so many more subscribers, and she's just the sweetest person ever, and you guys should definitely go check her out. We're both doing hair, makeup, and outfit for festivals, so if you want to check hers out, definitely go and subscribe and look at her video down below, which will also be linked. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started onto the video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is start off with a nice clean face, and then I'm going to go in and prep my skin. I'm going to prime it, and I'm using the Too Faced Primed and Poreless and the Rimmel Fix and Perfect, and then I'm going to go in and fill in my eyebrows. I'm using the Estee Lauder Brow Pencil in Soft Brown, but I do have a full-on brow tutorial, so you guys can check that out because I'm just going to kind of go through this, or else this video would be so long. And then I'm going to go and fill in my eyebrows like I mentioned, and then I'm going to go and prime my eyes. I'm using my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, and I'm just priming my eyes for eyeshadow. That way our eyeshadow lasts much more longer, and also this helps intensify the eyeshadows I'm about to use. So then for eyeshadows, I'm going to be taking my Lorac Pro 2 palette, I believe, and I'm gonna take that buff color and just buff that all into my eyelid. That way when we go in with this transition shade right now, it blends much more smoother. I'm actually taking a contouring brush and using the color Nectar, and I'm just kind of like buffing that all over my lid. And the reason why I took this brush is because it will diffuse the product, so it's gonna make it look like we have some eyeshadow, but it's not too harsh or anything. It's just gonna give a hint of color. And then I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Normally I would just use a BB cream, but this foundation is amazing for being out in the sun and sweating and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like it just lasts so long even with the humidity. So that's why I decided to use this foundation, and because it is amazing and it covers very well, I'm using that with a damp beauty blender to blend out all the foundation. And I make sure I blend this all the way down to my neck, and then I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Pro Master Concealer and putting this on under my eyes and then blending it out with the beauty blender as well. I've been absolutely loving this concealer recently. The main reason is because it's so full coverage, and I feel like it just reminds me so much of the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. It is an amazing dupe, so you guys definitely have to try it out and use it. The next thing I'm going to do is set my concealer with some powder. This is the Coty Airspun powder. Ever since Patrick Starr has mentioned this to me, it has become a life changer. It is amazing for oily skin, and if you have problems with your concealer creasing. My trick to it is I like to put it on with my beauty blender and then just blend it all over my face. And this powder is also really amazing because it helps with if you have pores. It just minimizes the appearance of pores and shininess and all that stuff. So I love this powder so much. Highly recommend it. And then I'm going to be taking that buff color from the Lorac Pro palette and just popping this onto my eyebrow. That way it helps with the transition shade that we put on our lid. And then I am going in with the famous Kat Von D contour palette. I got this in Hollywood, and it has become a game changer when it comes to contouring. And then also with this brush, it is amazing. This is the NARS Ita brush, and I finally got my hands on this when I went to Hollywood. If you guys haven't seen my haul, I mentioned it, but this is like literally, if you use this, you will look like Kim K. There is no doubt. And I am just in love with this brush. I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to another or any other contouring brush. This has been just a life changer when it comes to contouring. So I'm contouring my cheeks, of course, and then my temples, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit my nose a little bit, because sometimes when you contour all over the face, the center of the nose can kind of look kind of stark white and not enough dimension there, so I like to do that, and as well as the bottom of my lip. For blush, I wanted something a little bit more neutral, so I'm taking MAC's Milva. This is actually one of my favorite blushes and first blushes that I ever got from MAC, and I still have an obsession with this. I'm just using one of my BH Cosmetics blush brushes and applying that to my cheeks. Then I'm going back into that contouring palette. I like to do this after my blush is already done, and I like to take those two banana powders and then just clean up my contour lines because I like it to really stand out. It's a new technique I've been trying and I've been absolutely loving it. As you can see, it just cleans it up so much and it looks much more precise and not as messy and all over the place. So I've really been loving doing this. And going in with another life changer. This is a life changer for highlighting. This is the Jaclyn Hill Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop highlighter, and I'm using this just to highlight the tops of my cheeks. As you guys can see, this highlighter is beautiful and you all have to go and get it. If you can get your hands on it, I definitely recommend it. It is so pretty. It is so pretty, especially for summer. And then I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant palette, and I'm just taking that highlighter on the bottom. This is a little bit more on the pinky side, but I like mixing the Champagne Pop and this together. It just really stands out on my pale skin, and I've really been liking to mix these two together. And then I'm taking that brown shade and that Nectar, and I'm just lining my under eyes because sometimes I don't like applying so much eyeshadow on the top and nothing on the bottom because you could look kind of bare. So I like to even out the top with the bottom just to give it a little something to make it look like I have eyeliner, but it's not too harsh. It's going to be very smoky and subtle. And then after that, I'm going to be applying mascara. For mascara, I decided to prime my eyelashes first, and I'm going to be taking my Little Black primer from Estee Lauder. This has been my favorite to prime my mascara. And then I'm going in with my L'Oreal Telescopic, my #1 favorite mascara. And then for the bottom lashes, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Lash Mascara. It is amazing for the bottom lashes. And then I'm going to be taking the lip liner in Soar from MAC. I've been loving this lip combination recently because it's like a deeper pink. And I'm taking my Too Faced Melted Lipstick in the color Melted Peony, and this lip combination is just has been my favorite recently. You guys have to try it out if you have these two lip products. And then for hair, I'm just going to be taking it out of the bun, and I really like doing this technique. So I just took it out of my bun, and then I'm going to go in with some dry shampoo just so it gives me some volume at the top of my hair, and it also takes away the oiliness if you have some. So I'm just kind of going through it and massaging it into my scalp. If you have layers, I recommend parting your hair down the center. That way your layers fall and it looks like you kind of have a face frame. And then I'm going to just put on my hat, and then we're ready to go. So my outfit, my dress is actually from a store that I don't know. It's kind of like a Western store. My sister actually gave me this dress because it didn't fit her, so she went ahead and gave it to me. And then my cardigan is from Forever 21, and then my favorite Gladiator sandals are from Target, and then my hat is from Target as well. If you guys can tell, I really love Target.
Only what you feel keeps you turning when you're standing still.
That is it for the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
When it comes, you follow the drum, keeping time with everyone.